Conversations around what's happening in South Africa has generated a lot of reactions, both on social media and in mainstream media, to an extent that I believe you've heard and read that Ghana apparently denied South African President Cyril Ramaphosa from a state visit to the country. Now, just 24 hours after this story came out, there are a lot of reactions, even from the South African counterpart, denying that the country's president had even made any such request to visit the country in that category of state visit. We've also heard the government representative in Ghana telling us that apparently this had been planned way ahead of time, but the government feels that at this moment, with tensions very high because of the attacks on foreign nationals, unfortunately, one Ghanaian has died. Reports from Ghana and South Africa seem to be contradictory as regards the circumstances regarding the death of the 40-year-old man. And so the tensions are high, and the atmosphere may not be suitable for Cyril Ramaphosa to visit the country. But the other question again is, at the end of the day, the reason for these conversations coming up has been that South Africans have asked Africans to go back to their countries and develop their own countries. But whether or not the decision Ghana took is in response to the xenophobia in South Africa, there are already international laws that support whatever stance Ghana has taken right now. The first bit being the fact that every state is sovereign and that is respected. Again, Article 9 of the Vienna Convention on International or Diplomatic Relations in 1961 actually allow countries to, as it were, declare any person persona non grata, that is, either deny the person entry or totally ban the person from entering the territory of the respective country we're talking about. And so the interpretation is that this is within law. It only becomes a problem when Ghana goes ahead to take advantage of the second bit of this Vienna Convention, which actually allows total ban because the country has its right as a sovereign state. There are also those who are arguing that perhaps instead of Ghana retaliating, which the country has said it would not necessarily do, but it would ensure that the rights and lives of its citizens are protected, there's also the bit about the fact that South Africa as a country and South Africans as a people have not healed from 46 years of apartheid. Remember, apartheid, which introduced the white supremacy, as it were, ran from 1948 until 1994, when under the leadership of Nelson Mandela, the country was able to break free, as it were. But that freedom wasn't complete because data shows now that when it comes to one of the things that will make people rich and ensure that people are economically viable is land. That, again, is not in the possession of Black South Africans. Data shows that 72%, approximately 26.6 million hectares of lands, are currently in the hands of white South Africans. Colored South Africans own about 15%, which is about 5.3 million hectares approximately of land. Indian South Africans, 5%. About 2 million hectares, and then Black South Africans about 4%. And so economically, these people are equally not empowered. There's also the bit about the huge unemployment situation in South Africa, which is also contributing to this. But at the end of the day, the main critical issue is, what are the two countries going to do to ensure that it is not just the economic interests that are protected, but also the rights of citizens are equally protected, especially those who are being attacked in South Africa. And so share your thoughts with us. What do you think about what's happening in South Africa, the back and forth, the diplomatic or political communication happening between South Africa and Ghana, and really what you think we need to do moving forward to ensure that we are not just protecting our economic interests, but also protecting the lives of citizens of Ghanaians and also the lives and the rights as well. My name is Beatrice. Thank you very much for joining us on this, and see you very shortly again.